Me.
Damn, already. What's good? Friday night, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Fucking AC on full blast, and that shit is doing nothing. This is Las Vegas, people. Okay? Shout out to my man Mike Ferg. Already hit me on the Cash App. I ain't even say shit yet. Toya the Texan, okay? Make sure my mic ain't too loud. Toya the Texan, I appreciate you for the Cash App. And for that, I will be drinking out of your cup tonight. I can and I will. Okay? That's what coffee stats. Last sip. Now that shit. Oh, we smoking tonight. Eloquently petty. Articulate asshole. Keep it 100 channel. I am Marcus. It's hot out this motherfucker. You see the glisten? You see the glisten of the sweat? It's hot in this Summertime, man. I'm out here lifting all types of weight, trying to look good for the pool. Pools is coming. I gotta shout some people out. I'm seeing some names. All right, let me move this to this next screen here. Like I don't have to turn this way. I can see motherfuckers' names here. Shout out. Conservative is in the building. My man Rob is in the building. Oh, yeah, I see you, Brandy V. I see you, Janadrian. Carlton, you already know what it is. All right, Maul was good. Yeah, on a Friday. I'm trying to see some movies tomorrow. I'm trying to go to the movies tomorrow, man. Dr. T can't be the only motherfucker in the man to see this shit fucking up. See, all right. Enough of the music. Enough. It's killing me right now. Gonna move that. Gonna take that off. Computer already acting up, motherfucker. I just got on this bitch. All right. Enough of that. Doing all types of fuck shit. Am I freezing? What's going on? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. We already struggle streaming. This is the type of shit to be pissing me off. Anyway, we bagging this motherfucker. Anyway, can you see? Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you see? It's always some bullshit. I just rebooted this motherfucker before I went live. At any rate, what's going on, people? Let me know if y'all can see. Let me know if you can hear. Just want to make sure. Hey, Bishop X, you said, oh my God, I can't see anything. If you can't see me, it's my computer. If you can't see anything, I suggest you go see an eye doctor for that shit. Might be something wrong with your eyesight if you can't see anything. J. Jermaine, Maul. We're going through all this slow shit. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on here? Still glitching. What the fuck is going on here? Give me a second, please. Let's see if that does something for us. If not, I'm going to have to reboot the computer. But what's going on? Let me know if I'm still glitching so we can get to talking shit here. Gabe A is in the building. Oh, shit. Gabe A. Okay. I see you, player. I know what time it is. J. Jermaine, what's popping? Bishop X. We are in here. This shit is starting to act right. Okay. We looking good? We good? All right, let's go. It's Friday night, man. Friday night live. Oh, I'm getting Cash Apps. Let me shout out the Cash Apps. Red Pill Revelator was good. Carlton, I see you. Yeah, man, we struggling. The struggle streaming. All right. Jay Steele, I appreciate the Cash App. All right. All right. Will, I appreciate that. So, since the last time I've been on here, right? Since the last time I've been on here, there's been some videos made, man. I ain't gonna go deep into those. I ain't gonna go deep into those because I ain't promoting nobody's shit. I'm not promoting nobody's shit no more. Okay? Okay? Chef Mike, I see you, man. What's going on? Yeah, man. I just, it's been some conversations, and there's gonna be some more conversations gonna be happening in this Black manosphere shit, right? It's gonna be a lot of interesting conversations coming up, man. I don't know who saw the conversation last week. Shout out to AM1. He was on here last week. He was on here with me. We had a 5-hour conversation. 5-hour conversation. Kobe, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. Debate, discussion, whatever you want to call it. It was interesting. Hood Sir said the Black manosphere soul surgeon. Nah, not really. The thing is, and it's like what I said. There's a lot of misrepresentation going on here now, and I'm gonna stand firm on my position. There's a lot of misrepresentation going on both sides. On both sides of the situation. Okay, a lot of misrepresentation going on both sides of the situation. Okay, now you might get a lot of people ain't gonna feel me for making that statement, but it is what it is on both sides. Okay, now I know what I'm here for. I know what I'm here for. Let me make a few things clear. Okay, every week I gotta make shit clear, but I don't want to repeat myself. I'm gonna say some other shit. Oh yeah, I handed out some wrenches. Matter of fact, let me hand out one more. Here we go. There you go. Yeah, I handed out some wrenches. When we got off the show last week, I handed out some wrenches to some people that probably should have been had wrenches. All right. Now, don't go crazy. Because we like trolls here. We like the trolls. Last week, there was a conversation about the conversations that go on in the manosphere. Conversation about a conversation, right? And you know what I wanted to understand is the nuance. See, the assertion is that all we do is sit around and complain about black women that we can't have, and that is the quote. Okay, I watched the conversation a few times, 5 hours long. Watched the conversation a few times. The assertion that is being made is that we sit around and we complain video after video after video about women we can't have. I wanted to say the whole sentence so it's contextualized correctly. Sometimes we get accused of shame, blaming, and explaining to women what their role is so we can get them to act right. So we say the community. Now, I know I can't be accused of that shit because I think I make it very clear I don't give a fuck. Now, for those who want to save shit, again, you can do what you like, but I think I've made it very clear that that's not what I talk about here. But that talking point aside, the assertion has been made that the black manosphere is a bunch of niggas who can't get pussy, complaining about women that don't want them or won't act right, whatever. Are there men in the manosphere who are complaining about pussy? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd be a fool to sit here and act like, because I've complained about it myself, that from the outside looking in, that the perception, right? The perception is that we're a bunch of guys complaining about women we can't get. And that is the majority of the discussions had here. If you've been following me long enough, you've heard me address a number of things. Okay? You've heard some of the other gentlemen address a number of things. We talk about a lot of different things affecting black men that have nothing to do with women. Shout out to Hood Conservative. I don't know if you consider yourself part of the manosphere, but we talk about politics here. We talk about current events here. We talk about situations that, black men are dealing with. We talk about how much money black men make, this, that, and the third. We talk about all those things. We talk about the things that people say we out here doing that the, statistics that we would be using to shame and blame somebody would prove is a lie. Nah, the manosphere is conservative, bro. And I've said it a few times. You say you too far right wing. Sometimes I don't think you as far right wing as you might think, right? But there's a lot of conservatism in this space. And I've said as much. But that's not the point for the night. The point is there are a lot of things that the men in this space do in their real lives that will qualify as having their shit together and, being high value or adequate value. I don't think that in my opinion, because of all the, the grifting that is taking place in the black manosphere, we're collecting millions from motherfuckers who watch our videos. I would say that in order for these super chats or cash apps to happen, these men who watch these videos would have to have jobs. Now, if we're collecting money from Google AdSense, who gives a fuck? That's not a grift. You're collecting money for views. It's no money out of anyone's pocket. But if you're collecting money from the viewers directly, whether it be in the form of super chats or cash apps, these niggas ain't broke. No. And there's a bunch of us. And everybody cash apps or super chats everyone. Maul, you crazy. I see that comment, man. I appreciate all the love for the last week's conversation. But this is the thing, right? Because, again, you can't grift broke niggas. Can't do it. It's impossible. There's nothing to grift. Right? Shout out to Romello. I see you. Romello said, yo, I'm broke. Yeah, right, nigga. Yeah, right. What I'm saying is this, right? It would seem to me, and you know, I started out the conversation by saying that in the Black community, progressive men who got their shit together, men who are doing things with themselves, are rejected by the community. If people are going to agree with that, then they can't then turn around and say niggas need to get their shit together to save the same community that doesn't respect niggas with their shit together. It doesn't make sense. Now, that is not an argument for you not to have your shit together. But you not having your shit together is not the reason why the community is rejecting you, or that you having these issues with the women in said community. Now, we know what the culture is, and the culture been here before we were. The culture been here before we were. Okay? This is not new. This is not about us. This is not our culture. This is not something that, you know, came with, you know, this generation. This was here before us. So let's knock it off. Right? This idea that, you know, well, if Black men do this, get their shit together, then people will do this and respond this way. No. That's what we've been told. This idea that everyone has to be high value. Everyone has to be, you know, some sort of six-figure earner. Everyone. And if we do that, then nobody can say bad things about us. See, this is the thing. The stats and figures and data that we use that gets lumped in with this idea of SBE is the proof that we are doing the shit that the people who say we aren't doing. You know what I'm saying? Is proof that them people are full of shit. The stats and the data aren't there to shame anyone. It's there to prove that we are, in fact, a group of men who, for the most part, are doing what we're supposed to do. If you disagree with that, prove it. Get some SBE stats of your own. Isn't that what men do? We use facts. I've said it a few times. You know, critical thinking, logic, you know, rationality. I hear these words tossed around. But then people use their feelings to make arguments. 70%. If you're going to make arguments, they have to come from a place. If you're going to say numbers, they got to come from a place. Numbers, that's statistical data type shit. You can't just make up numbers on both sides. Neither side can make up numbers. That's not what men do. You know, logical, rational men, right? So when it comes to this conversation, I don't take sides. I side with the truth. So wherever the bullshit is coming from, I'm gonna call it out. Now I'm not going to, you know, assume any intentions on why people are saying what they're saying. They could be mistaken. It could be totally intentional for some other, you know, motives. But I don't know. And neither does anyone else except for that person, right? But the stats and the figures that we pull in these conversations are the proof that we are doing the things despite people's attitudes about us and what they say about us. We don't need 100%. Shout out. I see you, Aaron. Aaron Peters. What's good? If the argument is that all of us, 100% of the population of black men have to be perfect for this respect. Oh, they won't lie on us then. If we all made six figures and we all owned property and we all were married with children and we all did all of this great shit. Shout out Big Kev, I see you. If we all did this great shit, then the people who don't like us would just have to accept that truth and then put that out there. Here's an SBE stat. Black men, most involved fathers. You know who didn't want to accept that truth? You know who didn't want to accept that truth? The bitches, right? Oh, if niggas went out and took care of their kids, then bitches can't say shit. But bitches do say shit. Father's Day is this weekend. Father's Day is Sunday. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. It don't matter what you do. Hood crazy, man. What if we was kings? Would they love us then? The more power you get, the more oppressive you'll be. And the less power you have, the more dusty. It don't matter. Tall nigga, short nigga, rich nigga, poor nigga, fat nigga, slim nigga. Still nigga. Still nigga. It don't matter. You can't satisfy these motherfuckers. You can't satisfy them. We should own businesses. Yeah, so the bitches can twerk on your table. So the bitches could show up to your restaurant ass naked because they don't like the dress code. So then they can call you a wannabe white man. There will always be a black man tax. Things required from us that ain't required from nobody else. I'm talking to men. Shout out to the women in the building. They ain't got to be shamed or blamed because they understand what's being said here. Shout out to Toya. I see you up in here. I just want to understand again. Go back to that stream. The first thing I said was progressive black men are not accepted by the culture. So if that is true, then being progressive won't fix it. Again, be progressive, but not to fix black culture and not to save the community. Not for those reasons. You still got to make it out here. You still got to do the damn thing. Right? There was a lot of things said, last week. Big Kev, the Black Manosphere is controversial because most of the creators and audience is not poor, stupid, or incels. That's why they're triggered. You catch the most flack when you are right over the target. Check this out, bro. Check this out. Check this out. I think people pick and choose the soft target, right? If you want to destroy the Death Star, we know how to do it. They did it twice in 2 different movies. You go right up that little passageway and shoot that shit up. You don't want to come right at the little, that little bite in the apple shit where the beam come out. They go right into the soft target. Shout out to Edward Anderson, and I hope he's doing good. Ed says a lot of real shit, but Ed's a soft target. He's somebody that you could say, oh, Ed ain't getting no pussy. That's why he's here. Ed ain't high value. That's why he's here. He's complaining about women that he can't get. So then Ed becomes the manosphere, right? But check this out, baby. I ain't an incel. I'm not an incel. Okay? I'm not an incel. I'm stock market invested for 16 years, 800 plus credit score. Right now, I'm in the, teens in terms of body fat percentage, and I can go sub 10. Y'all seen the pictures. So I'm not the one you can bully and say, oh, you're not getting pussy. Oh, you here because you doing bad. You down bad. That down bad shit ain't going to work with me. I'm not here to save shit. I'm here to tell niggas save themselves. And my name is on the list. It definitely is. And I ain't called for my name to get removed. I say what the fuck I say. Right? And this is my second month. This is my second month of demonetization. So I dare you call me a grifter. I dare it. Oh, what I see you. I see you, Playboy. Let me highlight you. He was in the building earlier. Shout out to my man Rob. We did a reacts video earlier. We was talking about Pearl, and I forgot the guy she was debating. I forgot his name. I'm sure he'll oh, this some bullshit I'm smoking, man. I ain't about to impress you with the name of this shit. This some shit I just went to the smoke shop and cop just so I can smoke on camera. I don't give a fuck what this shit is. As long as it don't give me a headache, I don't care. What I'm saying is Playboys. Yeah, Ethan, what is it? Ethan Decline. What the fuck is this shit? Right clicking. What I'm saying is It's easy to pull someone that you can make fun of and say, that's why they're here, because they don't get pussy. And I told at one point, I told BGS and Ed on the first disagreement day that is the image of this space, that we don't get no pussy. That we don't get no pussy. When they can't say you don't get pussy, then they'll say, oh, he hangs with porn stars. Nigga, you wish you could trade places. This ain't Revenge of the Nerds, nigga. Anybody. This ain't Revenge of the Nerds. This ain't where you can, take that shit somewhere else. You can't clown me on those things. No. I get more bitches than you. Nah, go somewhere else. It's not going to work here. It's not. This idea that the black manosphere is a bunch of broke, dusty niggas with dry dick. If that makes you feel better, that's cool. If it makes you feel better to run with that, that's cool. Black men are shame sensitive, and that's why people run to the shame and shit. I can't be shamed. Okay? Not like that. No. What you gonna tell me? I exploit women? That ain't gonna work. I'm an elitist? That ain't gonna work. See, what niggas do with me is they play the victim. Since they can't victimize me, they play the victim. Brandy is someone, let me highlight her. What she said, what's wrong with hanging with porn stars? Brandy, what the fuck are you wearing in that photo? Brandy is somebody who knows me in real life. She'll tell you, straight dickhead. And shout out to Bitter Truth Show. But I'm saying this to say, look. Oh, what's up, Gomez? I'm saying this to say this mischaracterization, right? We got businessmen in here. We got guys that make good money in here. But we broke, we losing, we all of this. When I tell guys to practice self-improvement, I'm not telling you to go get money. I know who the get money niggas is in here. I've been here long enough. Dudes done said who they are. When I tell you to do self-improvement, anybody who I guess is having any issues with women, because we all ain't Mac Daddy. I don't say all of this to stunt on niggas. I think that's corny. I'm a real man. Bitches like me. Y'all niggas need to get like me. That shit is corny. Because if you're living like that, you don't need to brag about it. The only reason I'm mentioning this shit now is because I feel that I've been lumped into a group of people that people are saying, y'all niggas ain't getting no pussy. Y'all niggas ain't getting no money. Y'all niggas need to focus on getting money. Y'all niggas need to focus on this and focus on this and focus on this. Nigga, my whole life I've been focused on getting money. My whole life. My skill is the visual arts. You see it. That's my skill, the visual arts. And I eat off that shit. No cap. My skill is the visual arts. And some of those visual arts contain women. And I've been in the business of women for a long time, whether it be visual arts related or adult entertainment related. No shame. No shame. And yet I am here giving the game to niggas on YouTube. Why is anyone mad at that? There are a bunch of different conversations that happen in this manosphere that are not about women. And if all you can hear is the conversations about women, then that means you have a problem with women being spoken on. Brandy will tell you, and the other people that follow me on Facebook will tell you, I've been on Facebook talking this shit way longer than I've been on YouTube. And same thing, variety of topics. But anytime women are spoken on, people will arrive to the page and say, no, don't talk about women. You could talk about anything else. Shout out to Mr. Donnie Mac. Another nigga getting it. I don't mean to put you out there, Donnie, but I know who my get money niggas is. And I know who another thing is, I know who my members are. Anytime this shit get monetized, motherfuckers hit the membership button automatically. You can't grift broke niggas. So perhaps we don't need anyone's advice on how to get money and live and eat and be progressive. I know I don't. And if the Black manosphere doesn't speak on those topics, understand YouTube is a huge platform. And if motherfuckers want that information, they can go get it. Maybe, just maybe, they listen to this content for the shit that we're talking about. We don't control the audience. The audience is here for the conversations that they want to be here. These are grown-ass men. We can't tell them what to listen to. I can't. BGS can't. Ed can't. Nobody can. They will let you know if they're interested or not by showing up or not. Now, I can get on this motherfucker and talk about anything. I don't need to troll, bash anyone to have an audience. Maybe I'm just that goddamn interesting. Maybe motherfuckers just want to hear what I might have to say. The words that I use, the sound of my voice, my energy, whatever brings motherfuckers here. We kicking it. It don't fucking matter. No manosphere content creator is bashing anyone making progressive content. It's nowhere. You can't find it. You can't send me a link. There are no content creators making video after video after video talking about, we don't want you to tell us how to get money. Not content creators. None. Nowhere is that happening. I don't think that's a content strategy to make videos on YouTube telling motherfuckers not to make YouTube videos about how to get your shit together. Now, if the audience doesn't want to hear that, they tune out. They go somewhere else. Cool. It's cool. I ain't tripping. If I make a video this week and it shit get 300 views, I know, okay, that's for them 300 people that wanted to hear it. And the next shit I make might get 2,000 views. And that's for them 2,000 people that want to hear it. But you know what it tells me? It means that this conversation is important because people are gathering around to hear it. You can't tell the audience what's more important to them. This is the shit that's affecting real life. If you want information on how to improve your credit, I got a video like that, but this is YouTube. You can find a video on how to fix your credit. The manosphere doesn't have to provide that. You can find a video on how to tie a fucking tie. The manosphere or the black manosphere doesn't have to provide that. It's all on YouTube. This is a big platform. And this is a small space on this. There's millions and millions and millions and millions of people on YouTube. And in the black manosphere, you hardly have people over 100,000 subscribers. In the black manosphere, I ain't talking about the general manosphere. In the black manosphere, where we talk about black boys and this and that, what about the black boys? In this small section of YouTube, where we gather around and we have these conversations that are important to us. And over the years, we've been having different people saying, you should talk about this and not that. Usually, it's a thinly veiled attempt to get the foot off women's or black women's necks. You got your boy Zion out here dropping what, 100 and some odd thousand on a porn star a month or some shit. But we supposed to shut up. We can't tell these young. Shout out to Rob. We was on a stream earlier. It was a young dude named Taylor Made. I don't know if he's in here now. 20 years old. I said, women are incentivized to end marriages. He asked, what are the incentives? Now, I didn't know his age when he asked that, so I kind of went in on him. Oh, nigga, you know the incentives. Stop playing. But then later on, he said he was 20. I said, yo, little man, subscribe to my shit. Subscribe to my shit. And I apologize to him. I apologize to him. Rob, you was there. I apologize to that dude. Because he just walked in the room. And we all grow up learning a real man does this. A real man does that for women. Women get taught to take care of themselves. Men get taught to take care of women. Nobody is told that they should take care of men, black men, or respect them. I'm here to shame or blame shit. I'm here to tell black men over and over and over again, as much as I need to, fuck that shit. Because we didn't have YouTube when we was kids. We had to figure this shit out on our own. A lot of us do trial and error, making mistakes because we get fed into the nigger machine. You had a lot of dudes that had to go either have kids or get married to find out, oh shit, this shit is not the move. And by then, you done lost time and money. Didn't you get told that you're the face of domestic violence? You're the face of deadbeat dad shit. This is what you're told, right? Then you come to YouTube and we tell you that women initiate most of this violence. We also tell you black men are the most involved fathers. We also tell you most of these kids might not be yours. Nobody jumped on television in the 90s to say, hey, talk shows, stop throwing black men under the bus. Talk about something else, get money. What about this? What about that? What about those Yanks? Right? When all them talk shows was having these conversations, nobody stepped in to say, hey, don't talk about black men all in jail or dead or in jail or gay or this or that. Black women had the mic for several decades and nobody jumped. It's just like we watching one of those videos where the guy's in the store or he's on the train or he's wherever and the girl is in his face and she yelling and she won't get out his face. He like, get out my face, get out my face, get out my face. And everybody's just watching. Nobody's saying shit. Get out my face, get out my face, get out my face. And then she feels comfortable enough to swing on him. And we know what happens next. After she swing on him, he slaps the dog shit out of her. And guess what happens? The whole world jumps on that man. We seen this happen at Dollar Tree. We seen this happen all over all over the place. It's a million videos online like this. So when black women were shitting on black men, nobody said a motherfucking thing. It was cool. When Solange kicked Jay-Z in the elevator, oh, he must have did something. She wouldn't kick him for nothing. We, according to the media and according to, WS and black women, are everything wrong with this country, no matter what we do positive or how frequently we do it. So there's no reality where all of us wear suits and talk proper and all get law degrees and do this shit. Motherfuckers are still lie on us. I see a comment that looks interesting. Let's read it. A. Nell says Rebecca Lynn Pope dropped a video yesterday titled Auntie's Advice, Black Women Who Want to Be Married, claiming black women don't have any quality black men to marry. This is the shit that I'm talking about. This room that we're in right now is a bunch of dudes out here doing it, in here, not out here, but in here, doing a motherfucking thing. So people can make their streams about how motherfuckers ain't getting pussy. Niggas is broke and dusty. This is strag language. Marty, I see you. Marty McFly, what's going on? I don't want to say it, Marty, before you do. Marty about to make another trip. I don't want to say it before he do, but we'll talk about that unless he say it first. But it don't matter what we do. You got women talking about there was never a period in America where black women were wives, stay-at-home wives. Who you think bought Big Mama house? Big Mama? There was never a point, that's what this said. There was never a point in America where black women were stay-at-home wives because they always were. They always work. No, the ones who had to work. So in order for it to be true, that means it has to be 100%. That means all black women had to be stay-at-home wives, like white women ain't have fucking jobs ever. Free Zone was good. I'm shouting everybody tonight. Hood conservative, it ain't about necessarily what they deserve, it's about what they don't want. Women choose. I had a conversation with my homegirl the other day. Women walk through life, bunch of motherfuckers in their face, making them offers, and they choose from that. They don't end up with a dude, they choose a dude. They choose a dude. The difference in the reality. What's up? What's up, Nick? I see you. The difference in the reality of women and men walking down the street is when a woman walks down the street, everybody's looking at her. And when a man is walking down the street, all the women are looking away. Right? Women choose who they like, and they tell us who they like. In videos, online, and everywhere else, they tell us the type of man they like. And these are the type of men that they complain about. And they tag black men with the behaviors of these choice men. I don't give a fuck who they choose. And I want to keep the context that I don't care who they choose. But the argument that the man who got his shit together has nothing to worry about, because when black women say black men ain't shit, oh, she ain't talking about me. Just understand that when the society, dominant society hears that, they don't differentiate. That means everyone, whether they have, tangibles, value, whatever, progressive, got they shit together, those men get thrown in with the men that these women are talking about. They make the guys who got they shit together look like oppressors. Our culture is dominant woman, submissive male. That's our culture. This ain't shame, blame, and explain. This is putting niggas on game. Now, there's men in here who already know this, and maybe there's men who don't, and then some men are struggling with the reality. And they tune in because they want to hear it. Not because I got a motherfucking stranglehold trance on a motherfucker. Because if a motherfucker ain't want to hear what I had to say, he can click something else. There's a lot of other shit on YouTube to watch. We could talk about Boosie, federal charge. We could talk about Melly with his murder charge. We could talk about the Young Thug trial. There's a lot of other shit motherfuckers could watch. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me tonight. And if a motherfucker ain't grabbing your attention on this YouTube shit, because everybody ain't built for this shit. Everybody ain't built to do this. Don't get mad because there's people that the audience would rather listen to talk. Everybody ain't built to do this. It's just what it is. And for anybody conservative minded, understand, right? That's the argument. Like, hey, everybody ain't equal. The YouTube audience are not socialists, right? They watch what they want to watch. It's up to you to make it interesting. Nobody owes nobody no views, nigga. Period. Nobody owes nobody no views. Oh, yeah, I heard about that Casanova shit. Casanova's from my block. He's from Flatbush. He's from East 21st Street. He was from 2 buildings down from me. I grew up with his brother. So anytime I see something with him, it's like, yo, it's crazy. Bad little ass kid, yo. Just understand, yo, you can't make nobody listen to you on this shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Cash App notification. Let's make sure in the Cash Apps you put memos of how you want me to shout you out, because I'm shouting out people with the Cash Apps, man, and I need to highlight all your comments. Shout out to Kev up in here. It's not as easy as folks think. Those people aren't content creators. Chip the loudest on how easy this is. Yeah. Preach that real shit until you can't talk no more. Yeah. Keep it 100. Salutes, facts, bro. Yeah, this shit ain't easy. And motherfuckers, anybody talk about grift, nigga? I'm in Vegas, man. I can go to the strip. Lot popping on down on the strip. Wherever town a motherfucking content creator live in, especially Friday, Saturday, shit. There's shit to do in the city. Whether you're in New York, Vegas. When I travel, I don't be on this motherfucker. Because there's other shit I have to do. Grift. If you get on YouTube, and no disrespect to nobody who does this, but I keep saying it and I'll say it and I'll say it again. If you have a monetized channel and in your videos you say, hit me with a cash app, hit me with a super chat, then you can't point your finger at nobody about a grift. No, sir. No, sir. No. I appreciate whatever support, but I'll twist you on for likes before I twist you on for bread. But like I said the other day, if you want to run this motherfucker, shout out to Gigi. I see you. If you're going to tell me how to run this bitch, I'm going to institute charges like bounties. But at the end of the day, man, again, all this type of shit is corny. You know why? Because it actually makes both sides look like corny niggas fighting over bitches. You got one side saying, don't talk about the women. You got the other side saying, we're going to talk about the women. And now we're going at each other's head over what? Women. What's going on, G? G with the PhD in the building. That's what it looks like. The guys who speak on women and the guys who are bothered by women being spoken on. How does that look? How does that look? I mean, again, there's so many things in the conversation I could break down. I mean, you guys saw it. It's 5 hours. My bad for a 5-hour fucking debate. Shout out to let me see. See, I don't want to say nobody's real name, man. Amari. I'll say that. Amari, shout out to you for the cash app. Revelator. I appreciate you for the cash app, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, listen, let's get right into the topic. Because this is called everybody's not gonna make it. Everybody's not gonna make it, right? We've been here about an hour. So let me get to the topic for tonight. Everybody's not gonna make it. The purpose of the Black Manosphere is not to get laws changed or any of that shit. This is red pill, nigga. Okay? This is red pill. In red pill, we say, this is the world. This is the world. And this is how we move in the world. We accept the world as fact. This is red pill. This ain't, well, maybe what we should do is convince this to change. And no, that's not what this is. This is red pill. This ain't blue pill. And I know that term gets tossed around a lot. Red pill means, you're an incel and all this shit. Yeah, we are angry. We're red pill. No, motherfucker. Red pill means reality, the real world. You accept shit as what it is, the shit that you cannot change. Let me be clear about that. The shit that you cannot change. And you move according to that reality. This ain't about crying about, no, no. I'm not here to cry. I'm here to tell motherfuckers, listen, this is your reality. It ain't changing. Nobody's coming to save you. What do you want to do? Y'all have heard me say it a million times. I give out the harsh, brutal shit. What do you want to do? Here's the facts. Here's the data. This ain't shame, blame. This is what you're dealing with. How do y'all want to move? How do y'all want to proceed? Understand, right? You have the thinkers and the feelers. I don't know who's ever taken I think it's a Myers-Briggs personality test. There are the thinkers and the feelers. I am not a feeler. I am a thinker. The feelers, they want to change shit. They wish, or they hopium. Hope is a strategy. They want to, I hope, maybe one day that I will, or, the dominant society will wake up and decide, we've been treating y'all fucked up and we need to stop that shit. How do we fix this? We want to get along with you. I laugh at those people. I laugh at those people. Yeah, the controllers, but the controllers are usually thinkers. The controllers are usually thinkers. But the thinkers and the feelers, understand this. Again, red pill. Red pill. All right? And towards the end of that conversation, it got to the point where it's like, well, if black men want to change the community, then they need to. I started out the conversation saying, fuck the community. Towards the end of the conversation, if black men wanted, this is what we being told again and again. It's not new shit. They keep telling you what you need to do. What you need to do for a community that said, fuck you. If only you do this. You keep hearing this shit over and over again. That's why it's a cyclical discussion, because we're getting told the same shit again and again. Again and again. We don't care. Red pill, nigga. Your community doesn't fuck with you. What do you want to do with that information? Well, maybe we should try to convince, if we do better, black men do better, and that will change. No, we did that. Black man went to law school and celebrated his law degree on the internet. And the women came for him. You remember that shit? There's no progress that the culture is going to respect from you. From you. So when you talk about tables, that shit is out of here. There is no table. Nobody's at the table. Let me tell you what happens at a negotiation. One side offers this, the other side offers something else. I'll tell you what a negotiation is not. Is where one side offers some shit and the other side says, nope. That's a Mexican standoff. That's not a negotiation. It's not. I don't care who tells you. It's not a negotiation. There's no table to sit at. Where's this table? Who's at this table? Which black women are at this table? Which black men are at this table? Mr. O, what's good? Who's at the table? So they make laws to protect the weak, and I heard this from Grandpa. I believe him because he can't stand a liar. Who's at this table? Show me where the table is. I want to go see it. I'm going to bring an axe with me. There is no table. Somebody on either side will have to show me where this 70% of black men who want this negotiation to happen are. But check this out. Just for argument's sake, right? Let's say there is a table. Let's say there's 70% of men in this space, because that's what we're talking about, in this space. 70% of men. That means only 30% of men are saying fuck the table. And I think that was proven wrong on my Let's Talk SBE video, just with the turnout. The turnout alone. And the energy that was, that came out on that video. Right? 30% are saying, I'm part of the 30% that's saying fuck the table. I think those numbers are incorrect. I don't know where this poll was taken. I don't know. But let's, for the sake of argument, say that's the case. Everybody's not going to make it. What niggas need to stop doing is trying to save not only communities, not only the women, but sadly, the niggas who, the black men who are stuck trying to negotiate. And let me tell you why. Because the simp can't be saved. Because that's what the simp is. The same men who are telling us what we need to do to gain the respect of the women. Make this money, wear this, talk like this, go get this degree. Those guys and the guys, the negotiating people who want to negotiate with the people who didn't respect them in the first place. Progressive black men I'm talking to. I'm not talking to dusties. I'm not talking to broke niggas. None of that shit. You got a few groups of black men, the guys who don't want to get their shit together so that they can walk away. And there is an argument for those guys having to practice self-improvement. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's an argument for those guys having to practice self-improvement, because I don't want to hear a guy complain and he's in a position that he can change to get out of his situation. And he just wallows in it. And, and it's a conscious decision to do so. Right? I don't talk about that guy. I also don't speak for the guy who says, yo, let's try, because those are the guys who you're going to have the most issues with. These are the same simp that we talk about all the time. The guys with the simp chip. Those are the guys who want to reunite shit. That shit is over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Shout out to BGS. I see you in the chat, man. We will have our conversation. We will have our conversation. But there's no table. No. And if there is a table, ain't nobody sitting at it but us. The women have already said what they will and won't deal with. And they're not budging. They're not budging. It's not a negotiation being had. I've been in unions. I know what union negotiations look like. I know what contract negotiations look like. You make an offer, they make a counter offer. You make a counter offer. That's negotiations. Just because you repeat it doesn't make it true, sir. What I'm saying is negotiations go both ways. Negotiations go both ways. This is a one-sided negotiation, which means it's not a negotiation at all. It's an appeal. It's an appeal. Black women, please come back to us. It's not a negotiation, it's an appeal. A negotiation implies both sides are interested. That's what a negotiation is. I've done several negotiations. If the other side ain't interested, there's no conversation to be had. There's no conversation to be had. We got black men waiting for this shit to crumble so that the women come crawling back. That is pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. I have never in my life had to deal with women or anyone else that way. Take it or leave it. This is my final offer. And if you don't want that, negotiations or the conversation is done. It's done. I'm not here to save the guys who don't want to see that this shit is a no-go. And I think that a lot of these movements that black men have, we think that we need everybody, and we don't. Civil rights wasn't everybody. So no, I don't subscribe to the idea that in order for black men to be progressive, that every black man has to be progressive, because somewhere out there, there's one Dusty or two Dusties being dusty and doing dusty shit, and they fuck it up for all the rest of us doing progressive shit. That's bullshit. Nobody has to operate under that impossible standard. That standard was created by the same dominant society telling you you're 3/5 of a man, that you got to be better than everybody for basic human respect. I don't agree. Shout out to AM1. I see you in the chat. We have a lot in the same stats that are allegedly used to shame or blame anybody will tell you that this is real. Disprove it. That black men aren't out here in business, making good money, this and that. We are judging black men through the eyes of white supremacy and black women and anybody else who got a sideways opinion on what we doing. But everybody's not going to make it. If a motherfucker want to walk into the meat grinder, he can. I'm here doing my part to give motherfuckers the info and give motherfuckers the game. If you decide, after hearing what I say, after seeing what's being done, after we show you all these terrible things that they're doing, that you still want to go back, please, baby, please, baby, please. Anybody who's telling me that this is a negotiation, tell me what's being offered on the other side. Because there's always a counter offer. What's being offered on the other side? If I'm in a union negotiation and we want more days off, they're offering, well, we can't give you the days off. We'll give you a week vacation, or you'll get medical, or we'll give you medical and a week vacation, but you can't have 14 sick days. It's the sick days, or you get the vacation time, but you can't have both. This is a stalemate, fellas. It's a stalemate. I don't show me where the counter offer is being made. Collectively, not by one or two chicks, collectively. Collectively. I don't beg for adoration. I don't beg for female attention. I don't beg for none of that shit. And I hope that I'm talking or preaching to the choir of men who feel the same way. When you're in a power position, power does not negotiate. When you're in the high school or the elementary school and the bully wants your money, he ain't negotiating with you. Power does not negotiate. Straight up. These women tell each other, know your worth. Well, niggas, know your worth. Know your worth. If you got it going on, keep it moving. Not just on this internet, but in real life, man. Let's stop doing the red pill online shit, blue pill on the street shit. And shout out to AM1. Once you attain your skills and resources, which is important, BGS, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm talking about the women. There is no collective outcry from Black women that they're going to start cooperating with us. No. No collective outcry from Black women saying, Black men, we want you back. Fuck all the big head, what you doing, phone calls. That ain't about a community. That ain't about, yo, we going to respect y'all. That's not what that is. That's, yo, let me hold something for this week for the rent. I'll give you some pussy, you hand me $40. That's not cooperation. That's selling box. That's what that is. That's not cooperation. Hey, big head is not cooperation. Hey, big head ain't community shit. It's not. It's not. When we had the pandemic, these chicks were talking about, oh, it's pandemic patriarchy. These women will find a way not to have to be up under you, whether it's OnlyFans, selling box, whatever they got to do. They have made it clear for years. This ain't even the first generation of it, that you are not needed anything outside of a sperm sample. I don't give a fuck about this genetic argument. I don't give a fuck about the cultural argument. Nothing. No, it's not a start. Look, yeah, I'm gonna save the. I don't want to do this in the chat. We will have a conversation. Disagreement day 4 coming soon. Shout out to BGS Itmore. We don't always agree. We don't always agree. But we agree more than we don't. I don't have to make another speech about BGS because y'all understand where I stand at, but we agree more than we don't. AM1, we agree more than we don't. But just understand, that both sides of the argument have points and both sides of the argument have flaws. If black men are valuable, let the bitches come to us. Morris Day, Purple Rain. I want the bitches to come to me. Let the bitch come to me. Yeah, I'm cocky like that. Like I told Ramil, you get more women to respect you that way than coming to, hey, what if we do this? No. Big head ain't community nothing. That's selling pussy. They've been doing that. They've been doing that. But everybody's not going to make it, man. Some of these guys, we just got AM1. I understand you're saying, these guys that are, stuck in the, I'm a loser, this and that, and guys who want to go back to a negotiate, we got to let them go. We got to let them go. We got to let them do what they do. Let me tell you something, sir. I wouldn't want a woman who came to me on her knuckles, because the minute she gets off her knuckles, guess what? That's not loyalty. That's not what that is. I don't want a woman that is fucking with me out of necessity or out of survival, because as soon as she's good, what happens when the country comes back? What happens when she gets money? Her income goes up. What happens then? Does she keep being cooperative, or does she then say, I'm good, nigga? The scorpion and the frog, brother. You know the story. The scorpion and the frog. You knew I was a scorpion. That's the parable. The scorpion and the frog. And if anybody's unfamiliar with the scorpion and the frog, Google it. Oh, we got one tonight. We got one. Stop crying. This is Dion Inky. Stop crying. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't beg for respect. I don't negotiate respect. None of that shit. So we're gonna have to leave those people to do what they do. I don't have time to, and AM1, check this out. I don't have time to make videos clowning them. I'm not gonna make 5 videos talking about the niggas who want to chase the table, or the content creators that push it, because I'm too busy giving niggas the game. That's what I'm here to do. And if I do that, then that will take me away from what I'm here to do. I'm here for the dudes in their 20s that don't know this shit because they were raised by a bunch of women who are telling them, take care of women. That's your purpose on this earth, to take care of women. You draw breath on planet Earth and your heart beats to go pull a plow for women. That's what I'm here to do. Over and over and over again. And I'll give them every stat and every fact that they need so they can understand that what they were taught growing up is bullshit. And I will also give them all of this information for them to also know that the community that they're coming from does not respect them. Unless they serve it. I don't know what the question is directed to. What part of what I said is. All I'm saying is I'm not attacking the manosphere because from what I remember, the manosphere wasn't designed for this purpose. There are a few people whose ideas point that way, and they are part of the manosphere. It doesn't make their ideas the entire manosphere. The reason I asked for pie charts, and I didn't create the pie chart, AM1, you created the pie chart. When I met you on the panel, you asked me pie chart. Misread decided pie charts. He's shaming pie charts. If pie chart is shaming, pie chart, I didn't create pie chart. But if I say, or if someone says the space is about motherfuckers talking about women, understand, talk about women is a broad, assertion that needs to be nuanced. There's different conversations about women. It's different conversations. That's why I asked the questions that I asked, because I want to understand, well, what percentage of the conversations about women is actual complaining or bitching or shaming? That was the objective of that discussion. Understand? That was the objective of that discussion. It wasn't about nothing else. That was the objective. I wanted to understand, right? Also, if it is someone's point of view that their view of the space is based on years and years of different people in the space complaining about women, and if I watch their content and all of their content is contextualized around one or two people, then I have to call that out also. See, I'm fair and balanced, or at least I try to be. At least I try to be. So for the guys who criticize this space, right? Who, in a way, they are part of this space. AM1, I consider, is Black manosphere. If his intention is to tell men to get their shit right, improve themselves to a point where none of the things that Black women are doing will affect them, then I support that. I support that. BGS Ibmore, he believes, hey, you know what? Maybe we could go back. Maybe they want to hear something. Maybe if we do this, whatever his views are. And I understand the history. I don't hate him for it, but I disagree. I think that ship has sailed and it ain't coming back. You can't put the cat back inside the bag, and the younger generations are not having it. Understand, right? The Let's Talk SBE stream is 4,400 views now. 4,400 views now. Understand that says something. It says that the energy in the Black manosphere is not what it was for 2.0. You could disagree all you like, but the audience spoke that night. They said, this is where we want to go. This is the direction. You can't fight that. The audience will speak. We respect BGS Ibmore. He put in work here. He did. And he continues to put in work here. The only part we disagree is where we say, well, let's talk to the same women that we have all these stats and data and figures on this historical evidence and historical this historical narrative where these same women don't respect us, that we have to go back and decide in 2023, and this has been going on for 30-40 years, that we are going to change these women through these conversations that we're having on the internet. And I'm quoting Ramil. Because that's the question that he asked that got interrupted that night by Sexy Red TV. Do you think that we're going to change the culture of Black women, which is 30 plus years old, with these conversations over the internet? That question got interrupted with, what about the Black boys? This is a cultural thing that precedes our generation. It ain't happening. If you want to sacrifice yourself for the aspiration or the dream of getting the community back together and changing Black women's point of view on Black men as a collective, because there are women who fuck with us, Black women. But if you want to repair the collective view, because it's progressively worse as the time goes by, then have at it. I'm not going to shoot at you. I'm not going to make videos about you. Just understand, if you shoot, I shoot back. Right? I shoot back. But if you're really about, Black men's welfare, Black men's, advocacy and things like that, two things you don't do. You don't shoot at a space trying to give Black men the game. You don't kill Black men trying to save Black men. You don't do it for views. You don't do it for super chats. You don't do it for cash apps. And the other thing is, you don't send niggas on a suicide mission. You don't ask niggas to fall on swords. You don't do any of that. I don't endorse either one. You might feel me, you might not. That's my position. You ain't gonna kill niggas to help niggas. What's gonna happen is, shit, even the US Army don't take everybody. Those who want to remain, leave them be. If they want to negotiate, let them do it. Don't make videos about it. You want to clown them? Hey, you can clown them. I choose not to make videos about it because, again, for every video that I make surrounding that is taking me away from the audience that I'm here for. The people who want the game, people who want the knowledge. I'm here to tell the guys who need to be armed with this information against the propaganda machine that are telling them that they're killers, gangbangers, deadbeat dads, and that they're everything wrong with America. I'm giving them the data that they can prove those people to be liars. That's what the data is for. It's not here to shame anybody. It's to prevent men from being shamed with bullshit. Nobody should hate that. Nobody should hate that. if AM1 is saying that, hey, look, I give young dudes the game, this and that and the other, listen to my videos, listen to a bunch of content created videos, we do the same thing. I think that you're focused on one part of the conversation that goes on here, brother. And if niggas need a space to vent, so fucking what? Black women have vented about black men on television, radio, and anyone else that will give them a mic and put a camera in their face. They vented, and vented. And now black men's side of the story is being told. Tell our truth, right? Say your truth, lady, girl, say your truth. So if men have, and trauma bonding is the wrong term to use, but I understand what the context you're using it in. You're saying men who've been through trauma bonding. If men who've been through trauma got somewhere to bond, so let it be. So what? Black men are human beings. Black men are human beings. Black men have experiences. Being human is not weak. Being human is human. This is a small space. The world is not watching us. Nobody's stopping you from venting, bro. That much is clear. Just understand that you're venting about venting. And like I said to you last week, you personally, I would like to see more on your channel about what you actually do. Teach motherfuckers that shit. I'm not telling you what content to not make. I'm saying that if your channel has a focus, then the majority of the content on that channel should be that focus. And you diverge from that conversation once in a while. Hey, T. Hassan Johnson, every once in a while, he does a movie review on a Black Manosphere channel. There are a lot of places in the conversation where we actually agree. And I see your last comment, AM1. There are places where we agree. Motherfuckers would rather bicker and argue. This shit is corny. And then it gets petty. You can vent. You can say, hey, these are the issues that I have with the space. Me and BGS can disagree. I don't get up here and call them names. I don't disrespect the man. You can disagree, be civil. And that's one of the problems with black men is they don't know how to resolve conflict. So when we talk about the brand of black men, just imagine how it looks. A bunch of motherfuckers bickering at each other. Don't talk about bitches. Yeah, we're going to talk about bitches. Nah, fuck that. Let's talk about this. And the bitches is over there keying like, they arguing about us. That looks weak. I don't fight niggas over no women. If the bitch wants you, take her. I don't have to make fun of the other nigga to get the attention of women. I don't need validation from women. My presence gives me validation from women. My presence. You don't have to do the extra shit. Niggas on the ground and on the internet banging at each other over bitches. On the ground in real life and on the internet banging at each other over women. I'm speaking to men. You look crazy banging at each other over women. Somebody explain to me what white manosphere content creators are banging at each other. I'm not even making the assumption that there are none, but I'm asking, who Rollo Tomasi got beef with in the general manosphere? Tell me which white men, because they talk about women all day. Who banging on each other? Tell me. I'll wait. You know what? Here we go. Talk to me. What white content creators banging on each other? And tell me the beef. Hey, Nell, I see you. What the beef is? I don't know nothing about it. We got millionaires going on stage slapping niggas because they made jokes about a motherfucker wife bald head. Niggas stay banging on each other over these women. I want to know what them beefs are about. Is it about who said what? Oh, don't talk about the white queen like that. What's the beefs about? You know what I'm saying? What's the beefs about? Are they making video after video complaining about what the other one is talking about? And then they respond to each other? Is it a back and forth Crip and blood shit? This shit is embarrassing, y'all. It's embarrassing. If it's about, yo, niggas need to go above and beyond to improve the brand, and we got to be better than everybody else, then okay, then in that case, it wouldn't matter who was beefing over there. We shouldn't be beefing over here, right? Because we need a perfect score. If the manosphere, the black manosphere is a network, you got different content creators and they make different shows. We don't all got to talk about the same shit. Some guys talk about political shit. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Bernard. Shout out to Hood Servative. His name is Hood Servative. It's in his name. He's from the hood. He's a conservative. It's that simple. That's his lane. We know what BGS talks about. He talks about all the shit from back then to now that led us here. He puts up the paperwork, the studies, the books, the reports, the research. He puts all that shit up on the screen. You can read it. Gigi, same shit. This ain't all about these bitches won't give us no pussy. And to pigeonhole the manosphere into these bitches won't give us no pussy, I'll give you money if you can find one video on my channel or BGS's channel or Green Gorilla channel where they complaining about pussy. I respect, and this is in response to what AM1 just said to BGS. I respect BGS, but I also respect you, AM1. You're just a guy on the internet, right? Our shit got a little heated last week. And people know that my patience is not that long. But for the sake of the conversation, which I was very much interested in, rather than us banging at each other, I let a lot of shit fly. But respect, right? In order for us to be respected, we have to speak to each other respectfully. This ain't about worshiping anybody. And that's another thing. It's like, yo, in order for me to say, well, I respect this person, I respect Edward Anderson, then it's like, oh, you a dick rider, you a fan, you a fanboy, he's your daddy, and all this other corny shit. No, I respect that man. I respect you. I respect your people. When Ramil came through, I showed him respect. As much as people didn't like it, when Sexy Red came through, I showed her respect. When people come to me until they be disrespectful, I show them respect. That's how you earn respect. That ain't about, oh, I'm dick riding or somebody's my daddy. It should be pretty obvious by now. I mean, you say whatever you want, but it should be pretty obvious by now that I'm not anybody's son. But I respect that man because he has respected me, and even in disagreement. Me and you should be able to disagree and respect each other. You and him should be able to disagree and respect each other. You and Ed should be able to disagree and respect each other. Now, Ed can be a little animated. But when they see us banging, we look like idiots. And that doesn't contribute to the brand of black men that you have been quoted as saying you would like to improve. You can't contribute to that because it works for the algorithm and then say that's what you're about. So no matter how heated it got in our exchange, I wanted to keep it civil. But I think everybody here knows that I'm not a pushover. But for the conversation, I kept it civil. And I still keep it civil. I ain't throw no shots at you. Everybody's not going to agree. This shit is stupid. In this space, everybody should contribute what they need to contribute. And I see motherfuckers is like shooting at each other in this chat right now. And BGS, when I have you on, I have to ask you, where did this shit start? When did this shit start? Because I was unaware that it was this deep. But I'm not here to save simps. I'm not here to save simps. Anybody that wants to save the community, I'm not here to help you. Because these are the same motherfuckers that are clown motherfuckers for getting on a plane and flying out of here. These are the same motherfuckers that have a problem with you dating out, marrying out. Your same Umar Johnsons, and these are the people that want to reunite the community. And they'll have a problem with you doing you. So them motherfuckers is the ops as far as I'm concerned. Anybody that, the guys who want to negotiate, they are the ops. I'm willing to let them do what they do, but for the most part, those guys are not willing to let black men do them. They are our dick police. They are the simp enforcer, winter soldier, as BGS would say. See, I wish that little exchange that's going on in the chat was going on the panel. Maybe next week. But I'm gonna talk to me and Tito are gonna have a conversation on Sunday. Me and GS are gonna have a conversation. And then I would like I don't know if it's gonna work to have BGS and AM1 on the panel. Just us three. No Ed, no nobody else. I don't know if they down for it. I'm probably crazy for even suggesting it. But yeah, we ain't gonna be here all night. This is a Friday night. But I just want people to understand my position is the simp can't be saved. AM1, when you said that's simping, you were correct. I didn't get to respond to you that night, but I'll tell you now. It is simping. I don't support simping at all. At all. At all. I don't support pathetic shit. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want to do. I ain't making videos about it. I ain't trolling motherfuckers. If your platform is about saving shit, I'm not clowning. These motherfuckers is banging on each other in the chat. But these two factions, because you talk about factions, you got to let the other faction do them. Unless somebody makes a video about you teaching motherfuckers how to move and to acquire skills and resources and educating black men on skills and resources without telling them the pitfalls of women is a fail. And I want to get that across. If we don't teach, because it's part of the conversation, you don't teach a man that was raised in the matriarchal hood to get money and acquire resources and leave out how women behave. You do them in a disservice. And if you think that they don't need to know that, anybody who thinks that they don't need to know that does not care about men in the manner that they say. They have to know that. So AM1 says, can you give us your and the official definition of simping? It's so many. It's one of those definitions that have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But understand, any situation where you relinquish your self-respect. You understand what I'm saying? Your dignity. Right? It's because to me, simping and cooning is two versions of the same thing. One is gender, one is racial. You giving up your self-respect, your dignity. Pretty much begging for the validation of someone who does not respect you, does not hold you in the same, in the same regard. Simping is not treating your woman well. Simping is not respecting women. Simping is sacrificing your self-respect and dignity for the attention or adoration from women. And that definition is including but not limited to. There's definitely more to that. But to make it simple, that's what simping is. That's what simping is. Negotiating with women who are not negotiating in good faith is simping. That's what it is. However that rubs your skin, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is red pill. This is red pill. The red pill don't taste good. The blue pill's delicious. But the red pill don't taste good. Any table that I sit at, I bring my value to that table. And I demand equal value in what's being offered from the other side. And if I don't get it, I take my value and I leave. I've been saying that since I've been here. I'm going to start making clips since niggas think I'm full of shit from my old videos. I'm going to start making clips from my old shit. I've been saying this. Everybody that's been on my channel and been a member of my channel know that my message has been consistent. And Romello, I appreciate. I see you. I got you, Romello. But that's what I'm saying. I don't request. I don't ask. I demand respect. And that's for men and women. Demand respect. If what you come in with is not being respected, you take it and leave. As AM1 would say, your skills and resources, if they are not being respected, you pick your shit up and leave. You don't lower your price. These chicks are being told, never settle. You take your ball and go home. You take your ball and go home. Who can get mad at this message? Nah, as a man, you supposed to fuck you. Fuck you. Ain't putting me on no chopping block. I ain't with it. I reject the idea that men are under some obligation to put themselves up as a sacrifice. But those who want to do it, again, that's who they are. They're not community savers. They're not none of that shit. These are the ops. They're the opposition. Not only do they want to negotiate, But they want to trap you off into staying here and making it work. Because the guys who are not negotiating are the guys who have skills and resources. Dusty niggas are not saying we're leaving the community. Fuck the community. The dusty niggas ain't saying fuck the community. The motherfuckers with the skills and resources are saying fuck the community. Dusty niggas can't leave. They can't go nowhere. They can't negotiate. These are the same dudes that are playing PS5 on a bitch couch. I'm here to tell the men who got their shit together, nigga, you the prize, nigga. It's a big world out there, and Black American women do not hold the patent on blackness or pussy. And if you want a functional culture, you got to build it from scratch or go somewhere else. Like it or love it. At any rate, we going to shut this down soon. The chat is too crazy for me to bring anybody up. We'll be here another hour and I ain't with it. But yo, listen. I'm on the black man side. I'm on the black man side. So everything that I say, even in this crazy shit that niggas is shooting at each other and all this other shit, chill with that shit. I know y'all ain't gonna listen to me because YouTube is about the drama. YouTube is about the drama. I get it. We all want to be entertained. I appreciate y'all for fucking with me on a Friday night. I ain't even smoked this cigar. But you can't save everybody. Some of these motherfuckers want to stay. Let them stay. It's not going to work out for them. If you want to laugh at them, have at it. I'm not going to endorse it. But at the same time, I'm not going to lie to men and say, hey, all you got to do is get your shit right and these bitches will act right. No, they won't. Skills and resources is not the answer to fixing the black community. It's not. Negotiating is not the answer to fixing the black community. It's not. Neither is going to fix shit. It's walk away or nothing. You walk away from bad negotiations. You don't negotiate more in a stalemate. You walk away. You walk away. You walk the fuck away. You take your shit and leave. And that's it. And that's it. There's nothing else. Take your value where it's appreciated. Take your value where it's appreciated. If Starbucks won't take your money, go to Dutch Brothers. Go where your presence is appreciated. Everything else is a con game. Your community going to fall apart. So, your genetics. So, nobody gives a fuck about that. That's old shit. That's old shit. Nobody cares about that no more. With that said, everybody's not going to make it. There are people that want to stay in the burning building. Leave them and save yourself. The simp cannot be saved. This was Marcus Aurelius. Keep it 100. Uppity Negro swag on a Friday night. Romello, I don't know what you need from me for that, but let me know. But I respect myself too much. I love me on some Kanye shit. I ain't begging for love. There's too much love out here. For black men, there's too much love out here. To be arguing with Lizzo. You crazy. Anyway, 100.